So welcome to this video episode. Today we are focusing on one of the London's greatest icons, which is St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral is located in central London. It is a national pride and one of the largest buildings. At some point it was one of the largest buildings in Europe. It was rebuilt by a royal commission of churchmen and city officials who attempted to restore the original St. Paul's Cathedral. It was designed by an astronomer known as Wren, a leading mathematicians at the time. And you will notice that astronomers and other people from other professions were architects at the time, because the architectural profession had not been invented. So what you will realize from the rebuilding of St. Paul's Cathedral was that there was a great fire of London between 2nd September 1966 to September 1966. So the fire broke out on the 2nd of September 1966, and for 4 days straight the fire was burning through the city, the central London, which was largely, buildings were largely made of wood. So basically the fire destroyed so many buildings in the city, including the St. Paul's Cathedral, which you can see in the background. The fire is said to have started in a bakery in Budding Lane and spread throughout central London. St. Paul's Cathedral is an Anglican cathedral in London, and it is the seat of the Bishop of London. And the cathedral was part of the rebuilding of London after the Great Fire of 1666. It was the tallest building in London from 1710 to 1963. So that was the tallest building they had in London, just as we had Kipande House being the tallest building in Nairobi for many years. St. Paul's Cathedral is the second largest church building in London after Liverpool Cathedral. So Liverpool Cathedral is bigger than St. Paul's Cathedral. Many important functions have taken place at the property of St. Paul's Cathedral, including the funeral of the Prime Minister known as Winston Churchill. It was held there. Other important activities which took place there includes Jubilee celebrations for the Queen Victoria, peace services marking the end of World War I and World War II, wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Spencer Diana, which happened on 29th July 1981. The cathedral is a working church with the daily services. So people congregate there to worship God on a daily basis. And a number of things have happened to this church. These are some of the facts that you should know. That in 1913 and 1914, St. Paul's Cathedral was a target of 2 bombing attacks. One of the bombing attacks happened on 8th of May 1913, when a bomb was heard ticking as congregants entered the church. They discovered the bomb and it was detonated. So the other one happened in 1914, and they say that if that bomb could have exploded, it could have destroyed the St. Paul's Cathedral. So the cathedral is a central figure around which London as a city was built. And as you know, if you read our blog, kerosi.com, you already know that London has its origins to the Roman times, hence the kind of architecture that you see in London. The architecture comes from ancient times. So in the next video, I will show you some of the buildings that we saw during our trip, during our visit to London. We visited East London, we visited Westminster. Westminster is the home of Parliament in London, and then we also went to Manchester, not Manchester, but Emirates Stadium, which is the home grounds of Arsenal Football Club. So thank you very much for tuning in to this episode. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you leave comments and share our content widely with your platforms. Thank you. See you in the next episode.